Welcome dear students. Today I am going to discuss with you the next topic, Henry Fayol's Principles of Management. It's a very important topic of chapter 2 of class 12th Business Studies. So let's start with the introduction of Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol, who is also known as the father of general management, was born in 1841 in France. He got his formal education in engineering, joined as an engineer, and rose to the position of an executive in the company. His rich and the broad experience contributed a lot on his thoughts on management. That is why he laid down the 14 principles of management, which are acting as guidelines for the professional managers. So, let's start with the principles. Today we will discuss the first 3 principles of management. The first one is the division of work. In this principle, Fayol advocated for dividing the work into small tasks or jobs, and each task or job should be performed by a specialist or a trained employee, which will lead to specialization. And doing a task regularly by them will create specialization. Let's understand with the help of example. A bank involves several operations like collection of cash, payments, issue of checks, loan section, deposits, etc. And all these activities are performed by different persons. It improves their efficiency and makes them specialized in their respective fields. So, I hope you understand the meaning. Now, let's move towards the effects of this principle. The positive effects are that this will increase the efficiency in the organization. Wastage of time and effort will be avoided, and it will make the jobs simpler. There are also some adverse effects of the violation of this principle. Like, if this principle will not be applied in the organization, there will be no efficiency, no specialization, and there will be waste of time and the efforts. And the jobs will become complex and difficult. Now, let's move towards the next principle, that is authority and responsibility. For understanding the meaning of this principle, you must understand first the meaning of authority and the meaning of responsibility. So, authority is basically the right to give orders to the subordinates and to use resources of the organization. And responsibility is the duty which a subordinate is expected to perform. Now, according to this principle, there should be a proper balance between the authority and responsibility. Means, if a person is given some responsibility, he must be given authority to perform the task. Now see the example. Suppose a foreman is given the responsibility to produce 50 units per day, then he must be given authority to draw raw material from the store. If he will not be given any authority, will he be able to complete the task? No. So, it goes along with the authority. Responsibility and authority, there should be a proper balance. Now, the effects of applying this principle. The positive effects are that the workers will be meeting their targets in time and there will be no misuse of authority. Now, adverse effects of violation. If this principle will not be applied, there will be delay in completion of work and there will be less authority, or excessive authority might be misled. Now, let's move toward the third principle, that is, principle of discipline. Principle of discipline basically application of discipline in the organization. Discipline refers to obedience of rules and regulations of the organization, which is necessary for the systematic working of the organization. Now, according to Fayol, discipline requires, first of all, good supervisors at all levels, clear and fair agreement regarding rules, thirdly, judicious application of penalties, and last but not the least, discipline is necessary for the smooth running of the organization. For example, if a manager has agreed to give increments in salaries to employees in lieu of overtime work by them, then the employees must be disciplined to work effectively and efficiently, and the manager also must be disciplined to meet the promise of the increments. Means there should be discipline at both the ends, on the part of the managers and on the part of the employees. Now, the effects of this principle. Positive effects. There will be smooth and systematic functioning of the business, and there will be better relationships between the management and employees. There are some adverse effects of the violation. We all are aware, if discipline will not be there, the relations will not be cordial and there will be disobedience of the rules and regulations in the organization. I hope you understand the first three principles of management. Thank you, students.